been here before. If you have been here before, what is rule number one? You need to have your video on. That's number one, okay? Number two, be respectful, okay? We got what? 4.2 thousand people in the live right now. So when someone speaks and asks a question, we're gonna respond. We may ask you a follow-up question, or you may have another question, okay? So we want to like actually converse with you. We're not here for drama. We're not here for you to yell at us or like insult us, whatever. To be honest, I want all the smoke. But that brings me to point number 3. We do not want any profanity, okay? We are here for love and support. And if you do have any questions, if you do not understand, if you have your own opinion, that's completely fine. If this is something that you do not do or support, that is completely fine. But what we are not going to do is curse, because we want this live to stay strong. Stay on long and strong, okay? All right. We at 82.3. Golly, okay.
That's
well,
the most likes you ever seen.
I know, right? I know. All right. So, as promised, I said I was gonna answer another question. Look at that. Where's she at? Since you like women. Okay, this is from Danielle Wade. Since you like women, when more women join, are you allowed to be intimate with them? That is a very good question, Danielle. So, in regards to more women being like included into our dynamic, this isn't like a me and whomever the woman is type thing. This is a my king, my love, my everything, my rap. The relationship is still focused around him. So like I'm not having any experiences without him, if that makes sense. To be honest, something forward to. So, thank you. I really appreciate that. I appreciate the question. All right, so we're at 97.9 thousand likes, okay? When we get to 100,000 likes, I'm gonna bring somebody on to the live. Let's get it popping. Are you not entertained?
We got it. We got the 100K.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. All right, so not only do we have 107,000 likes. We have 18 guests requesting right now. Okay.
Hey.
So what's popping? Who got a question for my love? Give me a minute, y'all. I am screening through. Where does everybody? Is this an album cover? Who is this woman with the ginger hair?
That's Ice Spice.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, because I've seen so many profile pics with the same picture. I'm just like, yes sir. Gotcha. Okay. We're gonna say no. All right, Tatiana, I choose you. Oh, I think it's already on.
What is?
Her camera? Tatiana. Come on now. Dang it. Dang. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. Madeline. Let's do Madeline.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, I've only seen a couple lives, but you need to turn on my camera. My light is out. Hold on.
No, I'm sorry. Hey, I just sent you a video request to turn your video on.
Can you see me? Like, barely. I can turn my light on, but I got my scarf on, so that's why.
Oh, yeah. No,
Oh,
we
okay.
see your
We
screen,
see
though.
you now.
But I just had one question out of all respect for Black people, or
What's
what
up?
I'm presuming is Black people. As two self respecting Black women, does it not bother you that he only speaks about your beauty aspects when he speaks on the reason that he admires you? Because in the last comment, he stated that you have generational beauty and generational booty, but never spoke on anything else about you as to the reason why you may be important to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to say, I know you asked him. It's my fault because that's failure to communicate. I said a lot more, but next time I'll do a better job because their outer beauty pales in comparison to their inner beauty. But go ahead.
Uh, to be honest, every time he gets on this live, I hear nothing but positivity, and he speaks power unto us. So talking about my femininity, talking about how Olivia is a phenom, talking about how powerful we are. So I'm not sure if this is your first time on our live or if you just like got on in that moment, but to be honest, he speaks power onto us every day, not just on live either.
Well, like I said, I'm not disrespecting your relationship in any way because, in 2023, there's different type of relationships all over the world.
Right.
But also, like, and hold on, let me turn on my camera because people got a lot to say. Hold on. I don't care. They can see my
Oh,
scarf.
don't worry about the comments.
No,
Don't
I'm
worry
cool.
about
I
the
was laying
comments.
my scarf down anyway. But like I was stating, I just want to make sure that, in your relationship, that if you're speaking into him as a king, that you're also spoken to as queens.
We
And
are.
that's not just about your looks, that it's also about, other things that may come with you. Because only watching a few lives, I can tell that you are very intelligent. And I want him to speak into your intelligence and also things that you do for yourself as well versus things that you just do for him.
Okay.
To be fair, that is very true. However, I'll admit it. I like beautiful women, and like it doesn't matter how smart she is, how great her personality was. Like if I was not attracted to her physically, I don't know if we would have been able to be in like a relationship. So I think it's very important. And I think if you look at celebrities, a lot of them are just really pretty.
But I also think it's very important to know that looks come and go, and that if these are going to be your queens and they admire you as a king, they also look at you for a reason beyond um, your beauty standard, and they also know that that may happen in the future. They look at you beyond the fact that you may get old and those looks may go. So I would hope that you would have the same respect for them as well,
He
because
does.
it's more than just a look.
He does. Absolutely.
Yeah. I appreciate the insight. I love to see this. I get a lot of slack, but I like to see it. I like to see you all protecting each other and sticking up for each other. It means a lot. I think it's awesome that you guys like are concerned about them and their well-being. I think it's awesome.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I mean, as Black women, we're going to always stand together. That's a period, whether they are in a poly relationship, monogamous relationship, or in a relationship that is with a woman or a man. It doesn't matter. We're going to always stand for each other. And that's why I made sure I came up here to make sure that you as women know that you are beautiful beyond your looks and that you have more than just a beauty standard to abide by. You are respected in the fact that you are women and the fact that you have more to offer. That's all I wanted to say.
Yes. And every day he builds us up to reach our highest potential. Like I understand, and that goes for like queens that are like coming in. I understand that like beauty is surface, but attraction, to be real, attraction like is only what you can see initially, and I understand that. But I know for a fact that this man isn't gonna be like, oh, she's cute and has a big butt, so this is
Right,
gonna
but
be our
y'all been
next person
together
kind of
for
thing.
long enough, in my opinion. Like I said, I've watched a few lives, and it seems like y'all been together long enough for it to be more about generational beauty and booty. Like I said, that wouldn't be a good response to somebody that wants to know, what's keeping you guys together and what's holding you guys together and sticking you guys together like glue. There's other poly couples that are looking at you, and I wouldn't want those women to think, well, in order for me to keep my man, I have to keep a look, and that's all I have to do. Because really, if you're really keeping somebody invested, there's a lot more to that.
I agree, but I also think people should like upkeep themselves.
I agree with that.
There's nothing wrong with upkeeping yourself, but at the same time, if you're worried about putting on eyeshadow and eyeliner every day, where's the conversation going? Because you can't talk about makeup every day.
Huh?
There's something beyond that.
We're never talking about makeup.
I haven't said.
Exactly.
I'm
That's
so
what I'm
confused
saying.
right now.
There's more to that then. So if it's not about your looks, then that means that let me hear about the conversations about what holds you to him beyond your booty and your beauty. That's all I'm saying.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
No, I was saying when he responds to people, then that we want to hear more about your beauty and your booty if you're having conversations that are beyond that. Because like he just said, we don't talk about your makeup and your looks. Well, why don't we hear that then? Because all we hear is all about what you look like.
Understandable. Just so you know, considering that this is TikTok, I'm not sure if you've ever seen, but plenty of times he's talked about how Olivia is a phenom, how she runs her own business, how she's impacting the world, how like she runs a multi six-figure company, how I am in the military and I travel the world to save babies, how I'm powerful, how I'm the most feminine. The conversation is more than that, but I just don't think that you have particularly been a part of the TikTok during that time.
And that's fair. Like I said, I've been in a few times. That's fair. I'll definitely pay attention more. But it was just a word of advice and just speaking life, beauty, and power into all of my sisters. That's all. But y'all have a good day. Your box is full, boo.
We appreciate your question and your concern. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you for having me up.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Who is... This looks familiar.
Let's do it. Can we get a...
I have another one? Yes, okay.
Let's do it.
Dang it. Give me a minute, y'all. 1 moment. Here we go. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
1 second. I just sent you a video invite.
Oh, we need a small one because I want this one.
Alright, hold on. Alright.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. So I'm 18, right?
Uh-huh. Hold on. Before you start, what's your name? Where you from?
Jada, I'm from Philly.
Okay.
Okay, hey y'all. So I'm 18 and I'm sitting here wondering like what's the advice that you would give an 18-year-old in your poly relationship? Like especially for young girls, and you know how we focus on like self-worth, self-love and all that.
What up, y'all?
It's like how can you maintain that in a poly relationship?
How can you maintain your sense of self-worth in a poly relationship?
Yeah.
That's a great question. It depends on what type of poly relationship and why you are getting into that relationship in the first place. Personally, I don't feel like a relationship should complete you. I feel like a relationship should to add to what you already have. I think people should get themselves to a certain point before they even start looking at a relationship. I think it's like you see a lot of people, they break up because they're like, oh, we outgrew each other. Well, the reason why they outgrew each other is because they didn't do enough work before they got in a relationship in the first place. Mm-hmm. One person wants to do work and another person's just like, hey, I just want to make $70,000 a year. I don't want to go be a millionaire. I don't want to go do those things, right? So you got to like figure out who you are first, mm-hmm. and then get in a relationship. And when you figure out who you are first, it'll prevent that whole thing from happening. I hope that helps.
Okay, let me hear from my girl right there. Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't know y'all names.
Oh, Denise, Olivia.
All right, yeah, I want to hear from both of y'all.
To be honest, I feel as though a lot of your self-worth also comes from your self-development. So if you are self-assured in yourself, you work out, you read, you get a mentor, you do all you can to get to like your particular goals, nobody can tell you anything about yourself because like you're that girl, you're on track, you're doing your very best, and over